Good afternoon. Yeah, you heard that right. For the first time ever, String Skip is coming at you from a PM hour. What's gonna change? Virtually nothing. What are we gonna work on today? A solo from Stydja, hopefully in its entirety. First, a warm-up. Alright, first things first, improvisation practice with some limitations. 2 limitations. First of all, we're in F Lydian, I gotta keep my notes within that mode. Second of all, I'm restricting myself to 3 strings. My 3rd, my 4th, and my 5th. For me, no fancy melodic minor stuff. I feel like a lot of those melodies had purpose to them. They were driven, they were going somewhere, right? They had a story to tell. It wasn't just like aimless notes in the key all over the place. I can apply that to the other modes with golden. Utilizing this F Lydian mode, applying it to some scale practice just to get the fingers moving a little better. Moving on to the solo. Alright, so the solo, I have practiced portions of it on this channel before, but it has only been to a metronome, hasn't been to the actual track before. No rhythm guitar or bass, we don't need full-on spoilers. But hopefully we'll hit all of the solo. I'm gonna start at the end. Alright, as per usual, I will start comfortably slow, then we will slingshot right back up. Again, my top priority is minimal movement on that pinky. I am hyper-focusing to the point where it's causing a little bit of mistakes here and there on parts where I already thought I had down. That's okay, those mistakes are bound to happen as the focus shifts from one area to another. The muscle memory has to be built in my pinky to accomplish the goal that I want to technique-wise with it. Then I can focus more holistically on all the things, all the mistakes just not happening in general when I'm more in performance mode once this technique is built. get that 3 note per string pattern, that economy picking pattern, clean and perfectly in time. It's nothing like crazy technical, but the subtlety in these rhythms, just the amount of attention I have to pay to every single rhythmic placement, just gets overwhelming when technique actually gets hard. Previous section. Yeah, that was that whole phrase, or that whole section rather, kind of just one big phrase, or a couple of big phrases, but that went well at the tempo I was starting at, right? So, granted that, I only need to speed up, or I only need to slow down a little more to focus that much more on minute details, then I could speed this back up. As you can see, this section has some crazy pickup switches. That's probably the hardest part of it, especially going straight from this like pickup switch straight to this tapped string skipping diminished run. Like switch, and then switch again. I'm not going to hit the third part. The third section is actually the beginning of the solo. I'm going to focus on these two more difficult sections right now. I'll do the third, tack it on another time. You can tell my hands are getting tired. You can tell my fingers are getting tired because I'm over bending. I'm not sustaining notes for as long. All those sorts of hints. So in these moments, I should recognize that I need to give my hands a break, give it a little rest so I can come back for these last few reps stronger than I have been the last couple of minutes. However, I'd rather just finish mentally strong right now and power through it. I'm not going to do this at tempo. I'm going to rest for 1 minute, give my fingers a little bit more energy to hopefully execute one last rep of this really well at this tempo, which is like around 90%, I think. next time I hit this solo, I promise I'll hit all 3 sections, I'll put it all together. It'll be at tempo, it'll be solid. But I really wanted to focus in on the details, hone in on those little things today. And it turned out really well. I think I got a lot better at this solo. Really excited to keep touching it. If you made it this far, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Happy practicing.